Today on the November 11th edition of the Muskie Daily, we'll see how the Muskingum University students learned more about different pregnancy options.
We'll also take a look into the first ever first-year student theater show that is made up of multiple 2-minute segments.
We will provide you with information on those stories and more right here on the Muskie Daily. Hello and welcome to the Muskie Daily. I'm John Webb.
And I'm Anna Kramick, topping our news today. Village of New Concord Mayor Greg Adams announced in July that he would be retiring in January of 2016. For 27 years, Mayor Adams has served as mayor here in New Concord.
So, from a community perspective, I think 27 years in office is a long run, and I think I'm comfortable that there's some new folks sitting around the council table, and we have a new village administrator, and made some transitions then. So we just thought it was maybe now a good logical time to pass the baton to the new leadership.
Essex was voted to be the next mayor on the November 3rd ballot, and he will become the new mayor of New Concord starting January 1st, 2016. Essex has served as the council president for some time, and Mayor Adams feels that the village of New Concord is in good hands.
There was a pregnancy rights and resources panel on November 4th in the Chess Social Hall. The panel included an attorney, doctor, and representatives from local resource agencies who answered questions asked by students about their options in the event of an unexpected pregnancy. Among the panelists, Christina Loomis, MD, and OBGYN from Genesis Healthcare System in Zanesville, Ohio.
We do have a lot of resources locally. So in addition to your physician, we do have a couple of pregnancy counseling centers here in town. We have Open Arms, which is in the Cambridge area. We also have Heartbeats, which would be in the Zanesville area and also in Newark.
As a part of being a Muskie, the faculty, staff, and students are encouraged to sign up for the Muskingum Emergency Text Alert System, also known as META. This text alert system is powered by E2 Campus, which is a national mass notification solution provider. On November 2nd, Muskingum University's Chief of University Police, Danny Vincent, sent out 2 META texts explaining there was a suspicious person spotted on campus. This brought on some confusion when the second text was sent over 10 minutes later. Vice President of Academic Affairs and Interim Vice President for Advancement, Janet Heater-Bass, explains how the META alerts are working.
We've become a little bit more aware of how to use it and how quickly we can get it out. This time there was a glitch in the timing of the 2 alerts, and we actually talked to META about that, and they recognized that they hadn't put through the second one because it goes through a centralized agency and organization.
Janet Heater-Bass also said that Muskingum does update their safety policies regularly with the University Police, New Concord Police, and the New Concord Mayor, and that the new university president will also be informed of META updates upon his or her arrival. They will keep updating the policy and learn from past experiences.
From France to Japan, students all over the world come to Muskingum to study as part of a study abroad program. Some students come for different reasons, but for German international student Patrick Noon, he came to America to learn how to speak better English. He speaks of some of the differences between the U.S. and Germany.
If you grow up in Germany, in Europe, you're just not, you're not just eating that much fast food, I would say, and stuff like that.
In Germany, most students learn English a little bit each year in class until they graduate with a good understanding of the language. While these international students may find it hard to adjust at first, they quickly pick up the culture and find that their time in America is an overall enjoyable one.
There is a new play opening on campus. Muskingum University first years are hosting 30 plays from Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind, November 19th through the 22nd in the Sandra Wolf Thompson Theater. It is an ensemble theater experiment presenting 30 plays in 60 minutes. Each 2-minute play is performed in random order with an interactive audience. An onstage 60-minute timer keeps everyone honest.
A bunch of little
The
plays.
play
Some
is
of them are 30 seconds, some of them are 3 seconds, some of them are closer to 2 minutes. And basically we're gonna have like a menu with all the names of the plays, and then the audience is gonna like call out different names, and then we kind of just have to be ready to perform them. So.
an onstage 60-minute timer keeps everyone honest. The play is directed by Dr. Diane Rail, professor of theater. The play will be November 19th through the 21st at 8 in the evening and the 22nd at 2 in the afternoon.
Don't go away, because when we return, we'll have the scoop on a university communication professor.
And the latest on celebrating Veterans Day, only here on the Muskie Daily.
We have the music. We have the cameras. We have the talent. Orbit Media, where the magic happens.
On the story. On the quad. On the scene. This is the Muskie Daily.
A recent video showing a communication professor at the University of Missouri ordering a student journalist to leave a public area at the school has gone viral. The student journalist was trying to cover an ongoing racial protest, but Melissa Click, associate professor of mass communications at the school, as well as some student protesters, did not want the journalist there and resorted to threats to try to get their way. CNN's
A confrontation between students and a student photographer. Till the photographer shooting the video walks up to this woman.
You need to get out.
I actually don't.
All right. Hey, who wants to help me get this reporter out of here? I need some muscle over here.
That woman calling for muscle is Assistant Professor Melissa Click at the university's communication school. She pushes the student photographer, covers his lens, and mocks him.
This is public property.
Yeah, I know, that's a really good one. I'm a communication faculty, and I really get that argument. But you need to go.
Directing students to form a human chain to block the journalists from doing their job.
Don't let those reporters in. If you've got it, oh, he's a good one. Good one. Good job.
We went to Professor Click's office to ask, why would a mass media communications instructor want to stop the media? She wasn't there, but this flyer expresses her opinion about traditional media. The communication school says it can't comment about personnel, but says intimidation is never an acceptable form of communication.
Professor Click has since apologized for her actions and has effectively resigned her position as a courtesy-appointed journalism professor, but still remains a professor at the communication department in the university.
Today is Veterans Day, and all around the country, people celebrated and remembered those who have served in the armed forces to protect America. CNN's Mary Maloney reports on how President Obama and others in Washington, D.C. gave tribute to America's veterans.
There are more than 19 million living U.S. veterans, and today is the day Americans give thanks to each and every one of them. At Arlington National Cemetery this morning, President Obama laid the traditional wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Present oath!
Then delivered remarks thanking vets.
Whether you served proudly in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Coast Guard, you are part of an unbroken chain of patriots who have served this country with honor through the life of our nation.
And highlighting the administration's efforts to better help those veterans.
In recent years, we've made historic investments to boost the VA budget, expand benefits, offer more mental health care and improved care for our wounded warriors, especially those with post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury.
But the president admitted there are still challenges. following the 2014 scandal involving extended wait times and lack of access to health care at Veterans Affairs facilities across the country.
My message to every single veteran, to veterans all across this country, is that I am still not satisfied.
VA Secretary Robert McDonald today agreed.
I would say that we're making progress at the VA, but we're not where we need to be yet.
Veteran unemployment is one area that's improved, according to the White House, and Obama ended his remarks by encouraging Americans to hire veterans, saying,
Our tributes today will also ring hollow if we don't provide our veterans with the jobs and opportunities that you need when you come home.
I'm Mary Maloney, reporting.
After this break, we'll give you the latest weather update and extended forecast.
Stay tuned here on the Muskie Daily.
This is Will Mullins, and I want to encourage you to watch Chapel on Orbit TV Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Thanks.
Find out what decisions are being made at Student Senate that could affect your campus organization by tuning into Orbit TV on Tuesdays at 11 in the evening, and again on Wednesday through Sunday at 10 in the morning and 6 and 11 in the evening.
Here is a look at the weather for the rest of today and tomorrow. Tonight looks to be chilly and rainy. The low will be around 45 with an 80% chance of rain. If you're going out tomorrow, take an umbrella because there will be a 50% chance of rain with a low of 52. Thursday night will be cold and cloudy with a low of 37. Now here's a look at the extended forecast, and after the break we will be back with your Muskie Sports News. While the women's cross-country team is finishing up their season, the women's basketball team is making their final preparations for the 2015 season. The ladies have 4 of their 5 starters from last season returning this year, led by senior point guard Angela Darnley. Darnley averaged 8.7 points for the Muskies last season, including a season-high 21 against Bethany. She also led the Muskies with 113 assists on the season, which included a career-high and school record-breaking 13 against Denison. The women tip off the new season on Tuesday, November 17th against Kenyon at home. That is it for your women's basketball and cross-country regionals update. Coming up on the Muskie Daily, we'll tell you about how it's all fun and games for one man this afternoon after a short break here on Orbit TV.
We have the music. We have the cameras. We have the talent. Orbit Media, where the magic happens.
On the story. On the quad. On the scene. This is the Muskie Daily.
Guys, when your girlfriend makes you a sandwich, just take it. A rejected sandwich cost a Chandlersville man a lot of trouble earlier today. Aaron Vaughn didn't like the breakfast sandwich his girlfriend made him for his ride to work, so he attempted to pitch it out the passenger window. When he missed the window, Vaughn reached across the seat to grab the grinder and lost control of his car on a curve of State Route 146. According to the Ohio State Highway Patrol, Vaughn's car flipped multiple times, totaling the vehicle. He was treated for minor injuries and released on the scene. Vaughn is charged with failure to control a vehicle. Although he was spared physical injuries, we can't say for sure the status of his relationship.
The Crumman Cup will be in the bottom of the Chess Center tonight from 7 until 9 at night. They will be serving free coffee and snacks, and the event is being sponsored by the Chess Center. That's all for today's episode of the Muskie Daily, but make sure to tune into tomorrow's edition.
You can also keep up with what's going on around the area by tuning into WMCO or picking up an edition of the Black and Magenta.